Yeah. We look ahead for truth, and boy, is it hard to find. But it's truly not if you look behind. There's people searching high and low. They still don't know which way to go, but the truth is the truth. So then you ask the preacher man to help you please if he can. You give him $50, he give you a book. You get excited, then you take a look. Now you're more confused. Boy, what a crook. But a book is not truth alone. The truth is the truth. So then you look to your mate. Yes, the very one that you love to hate. See, they're the reason you search so hard for this very thing you can't disregard. And what's really strange about the truth you see is that it might be different for you and me, but rightfully so. And it still remains that we're so alike, but we're not the same. So here's the truth that should end the game. The truth is the truth.
Girl, I've been thinking that I need to be a man and go ahead and settle down and spend some time with the one I love now, baby. Time and time again, I seen my fam going through that phase of breaking apart with the ones they love. So it makes me want to just be real with you, baby. Girl, I've been thinking about you.
I felt your aura through the door as I knocked, impatiently waiting to see your beautiful teeth behind your soft, sexy lips. When the door opened and we embraced, my butterflies turned to birds, my feelings dissolved my words, and briefly, our souls was at peace. You invited me in for a sit and we sat, then began to indulge in some idle chit-chat, but what was really peculiar was how our souls seemed to carry on a much deeper conversation, because every time I looked into your beautiful brown eyes, the spirit started to realize that anything, well, everything could happen, and it could surely be okay. So right about that time, I began to say, this is the time, this is the day, this is our space.
Voila.
This is our space.
Voila.
Time and space.
Voila.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Farm with the farm up, yo.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to everybody here. The Wake the Farm Up is definitely at its 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
Right. We had some.
The times we spent and I admit that things changing, they will never be the same since y'all died. I used a situation to push me along.
There's a woman at the market, and her basket's almost full.
Come around again, full circle. It's like a full circle. It's like back to the day when they said there was one or two ways and you just had to look on the mic. We've been checking mics for days, bringing in the hay when the sun sets. So, hey, you know. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else? Welcome down to Atwood Amphitheater, indoor. It's a nice rainy day, Cincinnati way. This is our 1 year anniversary of the live show recordings where we're doing these things live, and we're not live streaming them. That's something that people had confusion on throughout the year, so I'm just making that clear here in this little moment. You know, it's like, when we're live streaming, that's like when we got like our shoes off when we're out in the creek or something, right? That's what I'm talking about, okay? And when you talk about looking at screens, I'm like on a nice porch and the screen's there, and I'm grateful because it's keeping the flies out, okay? So, 1 year doing this live show thing. Along the way, we've had some amazing adventures. We've been little trips down into the mountains in Asheville, all kinds of different little trips. We've been to festivals, summer camp, music festival. We were up north in Michigan at the Electric Forest, getting funky with the people up in there in the woods. cool. There was more than just phosphorescent mushrooms growing in the forest there that were making everything just really beautiful with the music there. Mixing in humanity, you know, going back before, you know, like what, like outside of all the societal broken pieces and chopped up chunks of what's wrong and what's the issue here, what's the issue there. I feel this way about that. I feel no about that. You know, it's like beyond all that, we're looking into humanity. What's our arts? What's our culture? What's our foods? You know, we're bringing that out every day, fresh, open mic way. You know, like just dial it up. There is no duality here. We be being beyond that. You know? So I just had a bird landing. What's got to say, Crow?
Crow's here. There's Crow. He's here. He's really here.
Yeah.
Cut. Life about losses. Life in the slow. Okay. We got life, and it's about losses. You win some, you lose some. All about the manipulate. Only about the minute. Oh shit. See, I'm.
Compost that, bring it back around. We coming to compost it. When the shit drop down, it come and turn it up and grow it into a fruit.
Got a lot on my mind, got a lot in the grind, got a lot on my time, got a lot in the fine, got a lot things I find, got a lot things I mind, got a lot of good missing and it on my nine. We are running teams, we are running gangsters, we are running teams, we are running things. Gotta mow it in, living in the scene, gotta roll it in, we are smoking green, puffing green now.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, everyone else, let's give a hand
All
for
about losses.
Steppin' 101. Been there, live show since day one. Year round, talking circle, come around again. It's the season is here
about
again.
losses, we throwing up the L. Pray to God because we want more for ourselves. We get anything that we need, no different shit. I want more for myself. Top dog, dollar, gotta earn my money. I got, damn, so much work in the pocket. So much time in my deposits. Damn.
Gotta get the dollar bill, yeah. Gotta get the dollar bill, yeah. That's it, gotta get the dollar bill, yeah. Gotta get it. Gotta get the dollar bill, yeah. That's what they tell you when they running through the shit tomorrow. Gotta get the dollar bill, yeah. Gotta tell you in your mind, dawg.
Yeah, support the show. You know, here we go. We're rolling into another year. We got exciting things coming. We're getting down into Halloween just in a few weeks. That's going to be a fun time. Get with a little Halloween, getting mossy. Talking about getting mossy. We love talking about moss. We be sticking our nose down in the moss in between every episode. There's the stars and the constellations. They moving together. And sometimes it's just the way they go.
You right.
Crossing paths and weaving.
You right.
Like baskets that we can hold things in and carry it. A little groove pocket. Put it in there and cruise off
Saturn,
together like in a little rocket.
Mars, stars, galaxy, wide, life. Why in the world, why life? Why in the world, why life? Got me depriving. Got me wishing, still I'm thriving. Want more, my God hand, so I'm sent. As I repent, I want more on God. Nevertheless, they wanted me to be pressed. I got a pinch off of the stress. I got pressed. Pressure, hella pressure.
Put that seed in deep. Make sure that the water can get down and seep. Make sure it's fluffy and deep. And then everything will grow up and seeds will come from the seeds. One seed become many seeds. We are branches of the big trunk tree.
Of the big trunk tree, we got seeds, we plant them, they grow green. We like to smoke hella green. We get trees, we hit like a leaf. Gotta be more free within the breeze. They looking at me, bless me as I chew. I might sneeze, still I choose you, please. Don't let me plead, a little tiny.
Free
Fuck
like
a
a
bitch, I'm
bird, can you
recording.
free me? Free like a bird, can we be free? Free like a bird, will you free me? Free like a bird, all they can see. Free like a bird, can we all see? Free like a bird, can you free me?
Can you free?
Free like a bird, can we all see?
Yeah.
Free like a bird, when you free me, free me.
Like a bird in the cage, I clip wings. One more like it's October Eve. And this shit. Nevertheless, it could be Hallows Eve.
Wait the farm up!
Yes.
We're going into fresh grounds and flows. This show, you know, we've been through all kinds of twists and turns, cancels and burns. And they just, you know, sometimes that's just the way the butter turns. Water flows. You know, water flow. We flow like water with the Pod Squad. Yo, welcome up our co-host here, Crow.
What's good? I've Crow. Bird.
Yeah, what he's in the Pod Squad for. He didn't even know until right now, but he's like, he does know it. Look at him. He knows he's a co-creation of this station.
We are all creators, like I said. We God's gospel. We write our own script. We live what we preach. Gotta be careful what you say, cause that shit's a double entendre. That shit comes backwards.
And it grows and it grows and it grows when it comes back. See, in our mental health space, there's this thing, it's real similar to the ecosystem. In the ecosystem, there's a thing called succession, where a grassy field with the grassroots comes up. Right? And then when you move on past that, it turns into wildflowers. And then whenever after you do a little bit more, then you move up and you got some little trees and you got a nice canopy starting to form. After some time goes by, you got old growth. Well, you know, it turns out the place that has the most fruits right in the middle. The place that maintains just enough conflict, just enough disturbance, just enough succession, just enough growth all together that the sunlight hits it just right. More fruit! Nice more fruit!
Creators,
The edges of it, you know.
All in love.
So Pod Squad, let's all give a shout out to Preston. Preston,
we are creators,
go.
don't you see? We are creators, don't you see?
Cutting the strings over here.
We
I'm in love
are
with the world
creators.
that I've been in. One God that I know that I'm in too deep. Yeah.
Talk to him, Crow.
This water that we in, they know that we've been in too deep. Yeah, we in too deep. I'm about to preach. Go past what I wanna see.
Don't you see?
Wanna hear your voice?
I want more from me.
Don't you see?
If I don't, I'm the problem myself, so I gotta get more from
Don't you see? We are our creators, don't you see?
me. I'm that entity.
We are our creators, don't you see?
Give love. Give love.
We are our creators, don't you see?
How's it going back there in the tea lounge, huh? You guys having a good time? There's some good soup out here tonight. We got some, you can catch some of that broth and get some of that chunk and some of that deer meat in there with some of that oyster mushrooms. And we found some dryad saddle that we put in there too, straight from Atwood. Fresh, picked right today. Little elfie forest food for y'all there. It's going around in the food carts. The people up in the balcony, they're like swooning over this violin sound that's coming through here. Let's tune into that with a little drum action from Panther Rain.
Andy, hold on, there's a hiatus. I feel like we need to pick up on the discussions we were having earlier about what you're gonna do. Stop it, stop it. No one wants to listen to you anymore. Whoa. Not right now.
Doctor.
There's serious,
That's the doctor.
serious and sincere issues going on.
Yeah, I gotta listen to the doctor.
Very serious issues.
Yeah, I think that's where we'll have our first guest come in.
Seriously funny?
Yeah.
Can it be funny and serious?
Seriously.
Alright, that sounds cool.
I had a night blooming seriously bloom the other night.
Yes!
It was pretty beautiful.
That is so cool.
You plant geeks or geeking, or you can tell where the plant squads are. Preston, you want to pop over here for a minute? So you got a vocal mic too? You can hang on to that. Hang on to them cheese cutters.
All right, I'll try it.
You ever use that to cut cheese? No?
Nah.
Maybe like some cheese in the air. No, we're all cheesy
Well,
grinning out here. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I think it was some of the jokes that were going around.
I think
like
trees soak that up. They like it. Yeah. It's like organic air for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like string trees.
Yeah, they're like, boom. You're like, oh man, that CO2 has a lot. That's what I like to think.
Yeah. What kind of trees is your fiddle made out of? You call it a fiddle or you call it a violin? Which round do you use?
I want to say it's a little bit of half of both. It's actually an Asian-made instrument. The back of it is made out of maple, I believe, and the top is made out of a fir or spruce wood. And the reason for that, the back of the violin is meant to be hard and rigid to reflect the sound that you get from the strings, and the top of it's meant to be flexible, and that's what gives it a little bit of a sweet tone. So.
Beautiful, yeah, love that.
I learned that at a violin shop.
You ever been to that violin shop in Cincinnati? I love the name. It's called the Baroque Violin Shop.
Actually, yeah.
That name is so funny.
God rest his soul. Peter Bartel or Mr. Bartel. Paul Bartel was the founder of that organization, and they did the Wyoming Fine Arts Center and built that thing and just rented instruments to like pretty much a lot of kids or most of the kids around the city as well.
We got access.
As a few other companies too.
That's neat. Yeah. So yeah, let me tell you guys, wake the farm up here. You know how Preston and I know each other from. You've heard me mention, my years of doing farmers markets and stuff, some of these beautiful things, as we mentioned, outside of society's broken stuff that comes to farmers markets amongst all the amazing crafts and artists and donuts that we've talked about too. There has been some amazing musicians, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else. One of my favorite that I heard along the way that I could listen to the whole entire market and completely enjoy and be enthralled the whole entire time. Let's give a round of applause.
Mr. Charles Bell the Third.
Man, thank you. Just if I can, speak on farmers markets, an example in us meeting and having organic things happen in our life, when they talk about monocrops and all that stuff, it's it actually represents a lack of diversity of whether if it's craft or people, kind of putting it in the same way. So when I got exposed to farmers markets, I think I was a kid when my mom first took me to Findlay Market, a little bit different than it is now. Mm-hmm. But I got to see street musicians down there, going to Reds games, and I loved music in all formats, the orchestra. But it was just one day it clicked in my head, I don't have to wait to, for somebody to provide a stage. I want to go share music with people, so I just started going outside and going to different areas, and Findlay Market was one of those main staple parts,
nice.
As well as the Northside Farmers Market, Warrensburg Farmers Market, East Walnut Hills Farmers Market.
Okay, so you played in Indiana too, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a beautiful network. The people that grow food, I think we have a very similar soul. We're not just doing it for ourselves,
right?
And we're trying to do something that's, it's sharing and it's cool. And all the farmers markets I go to, people are generally happy. I can definitely say that in an environment.
Yeah, they're not coming there to buy tomatoes to throw around or something angrily.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah. It's.
I still wonder about people when I was doing the markets, and a lot of them start really early in the morning. Mm-hmm. And when you're a farmer, you're setting up more than a violin box, man.
Oh yeah.
You're carting out buckets of tomatoes and all these things, hoping that somebody's gonna come at 7:30 on a Saturday morning to shop for tomatoes. I was always amazed by that.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's I aspire one day to be a farmer. amateur gardener. I know where my place is in that, but I do like growing food. But yeah, I see it. I mean, it takes hours for people to make things that are physical, to grow food. It's extremely, it's a arduous job. I mean, just for me to do a small garden, especially with the way that water was this year, that was something to deal with. So I can only imagine, you know. But to provide something that is actually very wholesome and better than we can get at the store.
It's so worth it. It's so worth sharing.
Oh, super worth it.
Like
it's
creating ways to share those abundances and
I mean, I'm a father.
Encouraged to make more. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love feeding my kids food from the farmers market. I just know in my heart, like, because I cook it, it's like, all right, this is some good stuff. Yeah.
So, what are some of the bizarre things that people have donated into your violin box along the way that, like when they're dropping things in?
Bizarre thing.
Like I know I've dropped in elderberry syrup and different things.
Well, that was pretty dang. Yeah. I've gotten food, but see, I don't consider that bizarre. I was just, in my mind, I was like, this is just so ancient and like, wow, this is cool. I accept all forms of tips. I mean, that's a benefit. I mean, I was like, okay, I can go home and eat something really good and have that memory. So nobody's ever put anything offensive. I'll definitely say that. But the weirdest thing might have been like little notes. One time somebody folded $1 and somehow had a little miniature bow tie, but they folded it like a little man. Whoa. So that was kind of pretty cool.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I was just like, all right.
You're like taking it apart, like, how did he do this?
Yeah, like were they listening to me and did that, or they just had this and decided to give it to me as an exchange? I never saw the person. I usually play with my eyes closed, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless somebody says hello, which is totally okay to do, and I like seeing people, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say, for our audio listeners, he's got wonderful eyes, but I am going to ask him to can we ask him to close them for a little bit and share a little song? I think everybody just close their shoulders and shake their hands. People are starting to throw tomatoes up here. This is crazy. Just keep them tomatoes. Open this up. I love the loop work and like all of it, just how it weaves together. Like, are you able to pull some of that kind of stuff together, like when you do market kind of things now?
Nowadays, yeah. When I first started off, it was all acoustic, but I did love improv. I think I always thought like jamming with other people. That was when I first got that experience. The drum circles that were going on in Cincinnati. And a lot of the musicians that were just like kind of welcoming open mics, but with the loop pedal and things like that, I finally have a power source, or they will provide electricity.
Yeah.
And then they rock it out. So,
That's incredible.
Yeah, Lawrenceburg,
That's
they always
really
provide
cool.
electricity and all the support. And Findlay Market does the same. But, you know, other markets are aspiring to have that same infrastructure, but they need people to get out there, and hopefully my music helps people want to hang out even a little bit more in a safe environment. Yeah, so.
That's incredible, yeah. So yeah, I love hearing about some of the places that you came. What are other fun places that you perform music over the years now, aside from markets?
Oh. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, go right ahead. Based on the, I'll say this is a blessing of the Creator. People can call it different names, but I just know that blessings have happened. And as far as southeast as Hyden, Kentucky, the people of Frankfort, Lawrenceburg.
I know I've seen you playing at one of the Siri Armani productions.
Oh yeah, Siri Armani, what they've done. Northside, I mean, all the communities basically allow me to play, even though a lot of times those are free. It allows me to support my family and follow this dream that I can share with other people. So, sorry I got a little emotional.
I love that. I'm feeling the heart, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's...
Yeah. There's a lot of I can feel just like, I've always felt that with your music, that you just bring a lot of that passion. I don't know if I've noticed that you always close your eyes necessarily, but you really go into some places when you play.
Well, it's there's certain things that I look like. So I'll share this. I was raised conservative Christian, and there were certain things I did believe, but it was more so about like the goodness people can share. But long story short, it was like in closing my eyes and what I can take in by doing that, just similar meditation and other things, it allowed me to not be distracted. Yeah. And in that space of like not getting extra distractions, I think my best music comes out. You know, because I'm not playing it for, you know, I don't dance really or anything. You know, it's that kind of music. You know, I move a little bit, but it's you know, I don't coordinate that ahead of time or anything. You know, some people do that in the art form, and not to take away from it. I think it's a beautiful thing. But it's just, you know, I'm just about the sound. If people don't see me, I'd like for them to hear me.
Yeah. For our audio listeners, like, I just want to like point out, like, we totally planned our outfits out before we came in.
That was so crazy. We didn't, but that was crazy.
I mean, like, can somebody get like a good, like, yeah, we'll make sure you guys
we
can
have
see
the paisley
these,
on. I was just like, dude, I was feeling it today.
What kind of like
how does that
paisley
happen?
connection to like?
How does that happen?
Wow.
Yeah.
We were vibing and connecting in these like oracles. It's like I find them in life, you know, it's kind of like dancing with music, dancing with the ecosystem of the world, and being like that passionate animal living in it.
That's what music, yeah.
Check that moment.
Swill, yeah.
Growing things.
It's like if I didn't do music, I don't know what my life would be like, you know? It's just, yeah.
Yeah, can you share that with us all again?
Like if I didn't do music, I don't know what my life would be like.
Wake the farm up.
Like I don't really have another imagination. Even if I couldn't play, I would still be in music, but whether teaching or doing something like that. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. I imagine you would. I mean, if I could play a violin like you do, play it out in the forest, just like somewhere where the crickets are loud.
Yeah,
like you do that just by yourself sometimes.
Not as much at my age now, but I've definitely had those experiences. During COVID time, I stayed with my brother and his wife, and they have a nice backyard in this area, and they let me have a little corner garden plot there, and I would go outside and play, you know, barefoot in the grass, and it was just a beautiful thing. I felt like I wrote better music or was able to come up with better things.
Incredible.
Yeah. I don't get that all the time where I live now, but, you know, there's opportunities. Yeah.
Well, for a creative outlet. You know, we'd love for you to contribute whenever we're doing Pod Squad shows in the Cincy area for sure.
Well, yeah,
I love it. I love what you contribute, you know. And when we were getting the show rolling, you guys heard that violin strutting in there. It was beautiful.
Well, thank you, man. I mean, I'm honored to be here. This is a beautiful operation. I mean, so thank you for like bringing me. I remember you saying the wake up, wake the farm up. I got a sticker. The sticker's still on my violin case. You know, it was just so dope. I was just like, all right, this is interesting. I mean, this is such a full circle. This is you guys' 1 year anniversary, so congratulations on that. You know, being 1 year old, like, you know, the manifestation of an ideal into something in the real world, you know. It's a beautiful thing.
Appreciate
Yo,
that.
can we get one more
Appreciate
song?
what you guys do.
Celebrating with us.
Can we get one more song before you're up?
I mean, yeah, if you want to.
That'd be really cool.
Well, let me ask, what kind of mood music do you want to hear? Something a little heavy? Outer space?
Funky outer space.
Should I put some drum beats to it or not? You said drum beat? Yeah, I think I'll put it.
Yeah, a little drum and bass with it. Okay.
Spacey bassy. I like that. I like it a lot. Sounds so fun.
Pull a banjo out sometime.
Banjo. Yeah, I want to shout out to Dr. Bionic. You know, Cincinnati, they're about to have a new album come out sometime this month in October. Check it out. Check them out there in the matrix of the music world. They're incredible, real music, doing some amazing instrumental pieces that you can just turn on and cut out and just like think your thoughts while you're like making a patio or digging a spot to plant a plant or whatever you do, you know, fixing a flat tire on a bike, whatever, you know. What do you do when you listen to a pod episode? Wake the farm up. You come up and maintain grounds and keep it come around to another song. I think we got it all. Hey, we're thinking so. Calm down, everybody. Okay. You know where the stew is if you want more stew. You know where the stew is? It's round back. Stew's round back by the outdoor amphitheater.
It is wonderful stew.
The crow will lead you.
I wish I made stew like you.
You like that stew? Yeah.
Oh, that was the best. I mean, that was amazing.
Some Elfie forest stew, man. Yeah. It all comes out of the forest pretty much.
I mean, that was so
I put salt in there that didn't come out of our forest, you know.
I mean, wow, it was just so delicious.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I love sharing like a song, you know. It's like a song. A podcast with a flavor. Drums and bass. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't found the grapes yet either too, we have grapes and they are really great. They're the ones that are wild and they have the seeds in them and they're crunchy and I'm like, sometimes when I eat them, I'm like, did I just open a box of Nerds and I'm crunching them up and they're just crunchy and sweet? But we also got some crackers that we made if you want them pre-crunched a little bit because they ran through the blender and they got to cut up, chop. And then it cut it. You see what I do in there? It's like the vine trail. The vine trail come down into the bottom of it. And down at the bottom of it, you know, a grapevine can look 500 feet down straight into the soil looking for water. 500 straight feet, that's the longest plant known, the deepest roots. There's a lot going on under the underworld. Sometimes it sounds just like this right here. Sometimes it just like emerges from the soil and comes up into the atmosphere. Sometimes it's just gotta go out of there, out of the atmosphere into the cosmosphere, where it can just float away to another day. The day the yogurt saved Ohio. I heard about this one. You ever hear about the day yogurt saved Ohio? Until yogurt decided to go to outer space. They just took off and left us behind. We were like, the yogurt back to us. It went to outer space without us. Alright, this ain't my song, but I love this groove. I'm going dancing. Who's dancing with me? Let's go. That was a turkey tail of a galaxy out there.
The music is interpretive, so I was just like, all right, let me get to that one. Yeah. Oh, that was cool.
Something new must be built.
Oh, we landed again. So wow. So that was one you just made up on the spot. Yeah. Okay, I love that. So. But you have like songs that you sing with and whatnot too. I remember you mentioning that. Would you want to share one of those real quick, or do you want to do that in a bit later?
I could try to do that a bit later. I'll plug my microphone in and add some voice to my loops. I've been working on that a little bit.
Yeah, and something I've been finding for a lot of vocal artists that like a little bit of lemon juice. A little bit of squeeze into your water. What's up, people?
Now, I'm not going to proclaim myself as a vocalist.
Well, when you're using vocals,
I try to push some okay sound.
Like see these hardy oranges back here. Like they're like kind of like a lemon juice. You put a little of that in your water. What's up, birthdays? Waking the farm up.
Are you suggesting that I try one?
I think you should.
I would definitely try one.
Here, I'm gonna hand out some grapes here at her birthday, man. We got some grapes. So these are the ones that got the seeds in them, super crunchy. It's like Nerds out of a box. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. This is the kind of thing that happens, Preston. If you're sure I wake the farm up. Give them a cup.
Wake the farm up.
Right then, our VIP came down from the green room, and the whole place got all bustled up with all kinds of things coming around.
Hollywood up here. Let's calm down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is H to the O.
Donnie, yo. People in the balcony, give us a round of applause. Tea carts are going around. We got a stew cart going down. They just went right past Nick. We got some deer in there. We got some oyster mushrooms. We got amaranth that the elf harvested. All stuff that we harvested. The only thing that elf didn't harvest was the salt. And it's got West Virginia spring water. It's good stuff. So, yeah, like I was trying to say before I got elf interrupted. There's a bunch of elves in this tree. What's going on in this room? What are you crazy elves doing out there? Cut into that. We even got Andy Stefan in the house here today. Like, what's going on? What? You got what? We got lemons out here. We got the trifoliate orange popcorn. use them like lemons, but they call them trifoliate oranges even though they're yellow. And I take them in my teeth, like the two sharp ones on the front, and I pop them. And then I squeeze that juice, and the seeds, they go and they float down to the bottom of your drink. Yeah, we're throwing out merch now. That was like... Yeah, we're throwing out merch now. We got trifoliate. Yep, this is your cold hardy North America. Like, we got this thing growing up here. You can eat the seeds too. It's kind of like grapefruit seed extract. It's got some of those beneficial nutrients to it. So, yeah, we're gonna send you home with a bunch of. You're so patient. You're like, I got this song ready to go. All right, you bunch of crazy elf creatures. Bust it open and look at it. The audio listener can't see it. It looks all juicy, and it's got seeds dripping out of it, and they taste like super tart, like the sourest patch of kids in here. Love you all, you audio listeners. So I'm just gonna come back in with my soothing, elfin voice here. So bear with us here as we cut into it. I think we're gonna draw. What did they put in that? What did they put in that stew? 101. Oh, we got beautiful Earth here. Tim Matthews, say what's up to everybody.
What up? Love everybody. Everybody's looking good tonight. Look at everybody here. Hey, look at this guy right here. What's up, Andy? Loving y'all.
Yeah, check him out, Cincinnati people. Beautiful Earth Landscaping LLC. He's coming through with the naturality. He plant plants that'll be growing things like these trifoliate oranges. You need some of these. You need some bunch of these. You need a whole community of people that need a bunch of these. We got Beautiful Earth LLC dropping it peacefully. Right after. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone else. We're gonna cut right out of this great, incredible moment right into a song from Preston, Charles Bell, third. No one, check, cut it, what? Jumping in the jungle, we're rapping in the jungle. Preston. Waking it.
Check. Spread some of that Cincinnati. Hey. Up in the seat, but I'm not holding no title. Guess I could cause I don't want any rivals. Realizing I don't need no disciples. Just wanna roll with kids and queens and soldiers and brightest and warriors that'll die for the cause. To the climb ready, show them what's boss. Take a loss of that to the tap. They are rap broadcast. Well, this is living in the city where I kick it at. 513, I can't believe. Back in the city where my mama burned me. Plenty time to college hill. Run down the north side, we'll see what's the deal. Then up the low to get that gas. Gotta stop at UDF to get that cash. Blast. Get back into the beam, I'm really fast. But this is living in the city where my mama bird me. Yeah, this is living in the city where my papa raised me. Yeah, this is living in the city where my mama bird me. Yeah, this is living in the city where my papa raised me. This is how
so many people in the crowd tonight. Yeah. As I feel like I'm on a dove without wings. Let me be soaring in the sky. So fly, yeah. New bird, new bit, new wings, new ways, new seas, new places to be. We out in the city at the nighttime, looking like the owl. Yeah. And I love the cadence, scoop you up like you amazing. Got the guy, got the women. You living life lavish like yeah. Girl in my, now she in love with me too. Oh God, she love me, so I fall in love with her so true. Oh God. Hey yo, you got me blushing up here. You know what that feel like? Hey yo, what y'all witnessing is Eye of Crow right now. Y'all feel me? Moving together with the stars in the nighttime. Yeah. So many stars in the nighttime. We be looking like shooting stars on the skyline, waiting for the world to revolve around our side. Yeah, hey, what's your sign? Like, what's your sign? We be waiting for the world to revolve around our side. Hey yo, shout out, who has a shell? Look, I'm a hustler, go getter. Why would I figure I count more figures? All this money that's in the branch. Gotta get it like a dividend, what you think? All these fakes, I distribute the snakes. Cut off the heads and then I drink the blood like yeah. They be like, we be rolling like serpentine. This is Hollow Z, like we Jack the Revere, the top of the scholars, and I be smiling like I be boss with this shit.
But it's a alley with my city and I love it. Cincinnati Reds, catch a go, love it. The rose of love it, pizza oven.
Hey, you know what's good about this, right?
You wanna say,
whenever I say that,
what you gonna say? It's tall as the mic stand. What you gonna say? Wanna hear what you got to say from every different pivot, every different perspective, every little way. There ain't no wrong way, and if there is, I always say that's wrong. You know, step it up now. What you got, huh?
You gotta be you. Do what you wanna do.
Bust it in here.
Hey yo, how they do it though? How they do it? They be like, hold up. Two step, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like 1, 2. We got a bottle in my hand, drink it like I am. It is nice though, that's a nice ad-lib though, no cap.
Everybody feeling that they need to get on that mic too.
Yeah, who wants to get up here?
Mike, with him, no, you stay up.
Alright.
Everybody feeling lit. Mika?
Baby girl, like what's your name? Let me talk to you, let me buy you a drink. I'm Caroline, like you know me. On that Patron like I've been. Drinking that shit like I am. Need more weed. One more weed.
Welcome to the pod squad. Growing like jelly beans. Coming up with all kinds of new things.
Yo.
It's the fall, no it ain't the spring, but it's coming up, y'all. It's coming up.
Hey yo, it be like.
We're gonna be getting it Maurer here within the hour here.
Visceral.
Patrice on your
Pray to the God and if I fall, Lord, I become the star. Pray to the Lord and if I fall, they already know that I'm a star. And if I fall,
tell it to us in a whole new way.
pray to the Lord and if I fall, pray to the Lord and if I fall, pray to the Lord and if I fall.
I'm about to freak you out. It's H to the O to the double L-Y, W to the double O-D. I'm simply the creative one put across the sea, where Saki is the top guilty. My mother is my #1 fan. She fell in love with an Air Force man. If I had a tattoo, it would say made in Japan. Cincinnati, Ohio is my creative bio began. At the School of the Arts where I got to sing, act, and dance. I always knew the world was my stage when I had the ability to act out in me. And you can see Google page, see how I performed on all the local stages and how I dressed. The cast of A Harlem Rage. For those that need just a little confirmation, check out the credits in Shawshank Redemption. I know this career of mine will take you very far. I'm just Hollywood, baby, and you're the star. I'm just Hollywood, baby.
Hollywood.
And you're the star.
Wait the farmer. Coming around. Round two. Coming up with something new.
Oh yeah.
I want to hear what you got me late birthday, girl. What you gonna say?
Hey, go ahead,
Come and tell it to us in your way.
Hey.
I'm out here all day. Come on, do some minutes, 10 minutes.
Look like ice on my neck, wrist gang check, got that shit, just broke a wristlet on my wrist. God damn.
So we yeah. I don't even know. I want to get it back, but it's no back point here. And I'm not musically inclined, but I'm about the musical vibe, right?
You can musically.
So I'm always trying to vibe when the music feeling right, 'cause we make this shit tight when the music feeling right. We need some bass, and we look for the bottom of the shit. I don't know. I don't know. It need a little bass, so you minute in your face, so you can feel it. Hold on. 'Cause in my mind, I'm a whole artist though, so don't get me up here on the stage acting like I can't
I'm already
sing.
singing. I'm singing and I'm back and running right
stop
now.
It, in it, not stop it, in it, like that, 'cause we put it like we running on this shit, 'cause we don't give a shit, and I don't know, this is how the music flows.
I like brown liquor. I know the weed. I play so my rhymes like this shit is what I do. I make my moves. And then I rock out like boom. Chicken was up high on the hill. Nobody was there to make the kill. Rockwood was nothing in the wood. Jumped on over and they would.
All of the water that's splashed off the brick, they already know that.
Down where there was a big messy growing jump.
I just bust my wrist.
Now he's dead.
Time that is
all those people who were on the podcast year one. A bunch of those voices just came through in that sound room vibration. Yeah, appreciate all the new voices that are here to come. We've been looking forward to more voices being shared from every pivot zone. Imagination, factual truth, real rhythm, fresh. What's making your bones shake today? You know, sometimes we travel through time. It ain't linear. We're going forwards, backwards. We're always present here right now and moving through it. We're getting messages from the past. We're getting messages from the future. Channeling through these open mics. It's for real. Like, let your mind take a hike. Drip out into the mossy forest. You know, maybe take a moment and think about something you could do for us. Think about something we can do. Something that we can do.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
Me and you.
So much pain, so little time to experience this joy, but I feel it in the rain. So much pain, so much pain, all little joy, I can't explain.
So much pain. So much pain. What you gotta do with the pain? So much pain. So much pain.
Fell in love with the lot, heartfelt with the song, no scenario, why? So much pain, yeah, heartfelt song, yeah, walking on the rebel road,
change it up. Can we get ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
Hey, yo, play some hype shit.
Yeah, can we get a spot here? Like, we're gonna get Nick Maurer up on here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Crow. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Nick Maurer popping up on here. Some hidden deep. So earlier I was talking to Nick. I was like, you know, so I'm trying to find just one special treasure. And he was like, I think I might know where the map is. And I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit more about it after that, but because, you know, we had to like crawl through all kinds of pits, and there was like very deep hollows, you know, the places where you find comedians. And down in there, we found it, and it was okay. It was okay. It was treasure. You know, it was like a little tiny box that had a little cute little plastic ring in it, and somebody carved in the little box, treasure. It was cute. Yeah.
I appreciate it, Andy.
Yeah, you got the mic right here. You got the mic right here. You want this? You want this like?
I'm gonna tune my guitar really quick.
He's putting some tuna fish out.
Anyone
if anybody wants some of the tuna fish, just make sure you dispose of the little metal can things like in a safe place. Like, don't leave it like on the bank of the river or somewhere. Like, I'll cut my toe or something when I'm walking along with my no shoes on, enjoying nature and stuff. It's fun. You guys do that? You guys walk around with bare foot on and stuff? And like, yeah, you should. You should. We got some shouldin' in there. We got some shouldin' children. Shouldin' and pudding. If you want pudding, you should walk without shoes on in the creek. These people, Nick, are getting crazy. I just saw like a few outfits that were thrown on the stage. I don't know what's going on. Is it getting hot in here or what? You guys, yeah, we're good. Yeah, like. Okay, good. So it's feeling so nice in here, isn't it? Yeah. How are the robots feeling right about now? Have they been taken care of? Did they enjoy this stew? There was a lot of oil in it, and I hear that robots need an oil bath.
Andy, thank you for the stew. The stew was good. We really enjoyed it.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good.
You keep it greasy?
Yeah.
The stew was very enjoyable for the robot.
It was a very hearty stew.
It was very hearty. Thank you for the stew.
I think they call it a stew when you are a steward of the land and you work with it.
What's the line between, like, when does a soup become a stew? It's like a thin line.
Stewing?
It depends on if you're making it with something that you're stewarding or if you're making it with something that's super.
Oh.
Is it stewing or stewing? Are you stewing or spooning?
Yeah.
Or crooning?
Yeah, you're stewing.
Stew.
Let's go with super. Yeah. Let's just like us, we're under no requirement to be who we were 5 minutes ago. Isn't that amazing? So just like our stew earlier, we're gonna call it soup now because it's super.
It is super.
Super.
I'm
You
always
can't look
astounded
at
by
me
your hat.
like it's an audio show. You live people are enjoying looking at me. What can I say? Elf and the Elf. Appreciate you all. Love you guys. Thank you for all of your support this last year. It's been so amazing seeing so many new faces in so many different places at doing this pod fun. Appreciate you, Stefan 101, one more time, Thanks. Nick Maurer, how do we know you? Something's dripping into my mind.
I don't know how I know you. Last time I was on your show, there was some confusion about why I was there. No one really knew why I was there.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that I'm invited again. I feel like I'm part of like the Whack Pack on
Yeah, I mean, like when you come to, when you think of people and they come to your mind, sometimes there's a sound effect or something, for me anyway. Like, yeah, you definitely come with like a kazoo and a whistle and like maybe a cowbell too, dude. What's he doing? He's pulling a treasure. I'm telling you.
Is that the sound effect you're thinking of?
I'm speechless.
All right. I don't have my. Would it be cool if I moved the microphone from my guitar?
Yeah, this is gonna be all you did. I'm
okay.
gonna interrupt you. Elf's going dancing. Elf out for a second.
What kind of mood are we in? Do we just want to sit, or do we want to dance? You want to dance? All right. She does not have her polio vaccination. She does not have her polio vaccination. She's gonna get polio. She's gonna get polio. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Why doesn't she have her polio vaccination? Why doesn't she have her polio vaccination? She's gonna get polio. She's gonna get polio. Oh no, oh no, oh no. All the people in the land, move your feet and clap your hands. All the people old and young, get down with the iron lung. Do the roly roly polio. Do the roly roly polio. Oh no, oh no, oh yeah. What we got? You want, okay.
Yeah, that's. So did she get her vaccine yet? Did she get her polio vaccine yet, brother? Tell us about
My cousin doesn't have the polio vaccination. She's gonna get polio, man.
Isn't Polio like a clothing company or something like that? Like those collared shirts for
Polio,
golf players or something?
Yeah, that's polio.
Yeah, it's Polio, right? No, that's a game where you say Marco and then you say Polio.
Marco Polo.
Marco!
Polio.
All right, and then...
Okay.
All right, we're in the Nick Maurer hour here.
I can do
the Nick Maurer hour power. We're like somehow time stretches out in the elf world. Like this is like we're like maybe even like more than a quarter of an hour into this like Nick Maurer hour. Like,
how does she get herpes or something?
Chlamydia. I only sing about venereal diseases. All right, this is a song. This is a song from my taco truck days a long time ago. It's about walking home from school.
I love this perspective. Did you do this yesterday?
Oh, I met a man walking down my route. He wore his teeth on inside out. He said, I got a secret I'm not willing to tell. There's nothing in the world you could try to sell. So I spilled his guts and he spilled the tea. He said, there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Oh, oh, I met an old woman all skin and bone. She carried a basket full of stone. She said, I got a secret I'm not willing to tell. There's nothing in the world you could try to sell. So I spilled her rocks and she spilled the tea. She said, there ain't nobody that can sing like me. Oh, I gotta get microphones like this for my shows, because the ones I use are shit. These are really good. Right. Do you wanna? We can do more songs, or you wanna talk for a little bit, or okay?
No.
Okay.
You're doing a little cut. Much.
The madman walks all night long and sings the shadow a song. He weeps beneath the moon's glow. Nobody knows where he'll go. He said, the moon is looking at me. I don't know what it is that he sees. My old eyes are going blind. I got one thing on my mind. I wanna dance in the street below the glow of the avenue light. I wanna stand on top of your car and laugh into the night. The madman walks all night long, sings the shadow a song. He weeps beneath the moon's glow. Nobody knows where he'll go. He said, the moon is looking at me. I don't know what it is that he sees. My old eyes are going blind. I got one thing on my mind. I'ma dance in the street below the glow of the avenue light. I'ma stand on top of your car and laugh into the night. I'ma dance in the street below the glow of the avenue light. I'ma stand on top of your car and laugh into the night. What should I play next? I just want to play. You want to play alone? Smash a penny on the track, draw a picture on my back, tell a secret to your ear. I wanna hold you and keep you near. I won't forget you if you won't forget about me. I won't forget you if you won't forget about me. I like to watch the light move across my wall at night, hear the static on the radio, watch as our shadows grow. I won't forget you if you won't forget about me. I won't forget you if you won't forget about me. Put the poison in your vein. You feel well, but I feel the pain. I eat my orange on a summer's day. I watch the river float the peels away. I won't forget you if you won't forget about me. I won't forget you if you won't forget about me.
Thank you. Hot dang! Who are you again?
Joe DiMaggio. I'm Nick Maurer.
This is Nick Maurer. You know, I was just making a joke there because it went off the song, you know, never forget. Never forget.
Never forget. Never forget.
Never forget. What? It always makes me forget things whenever I say that. It's like...
What was that? Never forget. You're forgotten.
So, what was it? Gregory Patton or something like that was there? Never mind. Yes. I don't know what that's about. So... What kind of fun shows have you been doing since you played with us last? You've been putting together some pretty interesting productions.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of shows. When was I on your show last? Like June?
It might have been June or even early, maybe like
April,
May.
maybe May. No, I've been performing around Clifton and Northside and different parts of Cincinnati. I got a show next Wednesday with my backing band, The Grocers. They play maracas and a snare drum and a bass. 19. Well, you guys 19? Yeah.
Yeah. Fresh sprouting music here coming out of Cincinnati. This is amazing, the things that come out here. Nick Maurer's been sharing his music now with the city here, and you playing some other places too?
Yeah, well, I played a show at Design Collective. And you know Design Collective over at Northside? It's like an art venue, and they do shows in the warehouse in the back. And then I've been doing shows at like Motor Pub and also at like the Comet. And then just like backyards and stuff. I did a show at the Contemporary Art Museum a few months ago. And that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I had a backing band called The Grocers, and it was kind of just whoever could back me up that night, like out of my friend group. And we would like practice for like an hour right before the show and perform. And that was a lot of fun because it was like different people every time, and everyone kind of brought something different to the table. So every show was like very different.
How do you feel that's like helped you evolve in your songwriting
I
and
think
inspiring what you can do?
Well, I used to be, I mean, I guess I still am, but I'm very like controlling about like my art, and like I'm kind of like a control freak about that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like a good like exercise in giving up a little bit of power, letting other people like do stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
Like how Andy just played banjo.
Yeah, I'm a grocer now. Did you hear that?
Andy's
I was
a grocer.
backing him up. I was hype man grocer. So I'm grocer Elfaroo. How do I spell it? I like I usually smudge it down first. Oh, you mean like the word grocer? Banjo? Yeah,
B-A-N-J-O. Banjo.
B-A-N-D-G-A-O-E.
There's like a silent T in there too.
Yeah, they want to know how to spell banjo.
Yeah.
So you got your phone out, you can type it in. It's B-A-N-D-J-O-E. Yeah, banjo.
But now, so it was kind of just like the grocers.
You like that banjo with that for real though? You're not just being nice because you're on my show, huh?
Well, that's part of it. I mean,
no, I'm coming with the banjo authority as much as I can, you know.
My friend just got a fretless banjo. It's really cool.
Fretless?
Yeah, a fretless banjo.
I didn't. Mine's.
Well, yeah. Well, so the banjo.
The frets,
well, you know the history of the banjo. It started out as like an African instrument brought over to the slave trade, and then, you know, black people evolved it into like with European frets, and it became the banjo, and then became like really popular, like in minstrel shows and stuff, and then it became popular. They became like cheaply produced, and they became popular in Appalachia. But before like they had frets, it was just a fretless banjo, like kind of like a cello or like a violin. And it's got this like really like ethereal sound to it. It's really like otherworldly. It's cool. But my friend just got a fretless banjo. Just remind me of that.
That's cool. Yeah, mine's frets.
You
guys fret.
It's got a lot
you guys
of
ever
frets.
fret?
I don't ever fret. Do you ever fret?
I fret sometimes yet.
There's
Sometimes
no time
I don't.
for fretting.
I don't know. Yeah, we're fretting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's when you start fretting again because you're like, okay, I just fretted, so I'm going to fret over fretting now because I shouldn't fret, and then you get all this like whole loophole of things, and it's like, you know,
I do
Preston knows about these loops, you know, he'll like kick on it, he'll kick that in, and it'll just like loop back around over and over, and you just like flip it around, and you just another kick to a pedal on a little flippy switch on there, and then wham, we're going to a whole another realm. It's like, what you fretting about for when you know there's another realm, you know, like what's next? We're all just here stepping up. We got our homie Gail in the house tonight. I'm like one of my favorite gardeners in the world. Let's all give it up for Gail in the house. Yeah, we got Kelly in the house. This is incredible. I'm so glad that Gail, I'm so glad it's our 1 year anniversary that you made it to an episode. Will you come up here and just say hey to everybody?
Hey, Andy, we're gonna do a little thing with the violin.
All right, well, let's give Gail like a.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, of course.
No, I'll cut her off after a few minutes with a sweet, gentle elf interruption. But you know, this is my buddy here.
I was named for gales of laughter.
What are gales of laughter?
Well, it's better than the bad storms. Gale storm.
Yeah, I like both of them too, though. Yeah. Gale storm of laughter. How about that? Bring that in there. Appreciate you being here. It's much love. Here, we're hooking this up. Okay. Let's go into a song. Who's going to dance with me?
I see an old mattress in a parking lot. I think I'm gonna take a nap. Old mattress in a parking lot. I'm too tired to give a crap. Old mattress in a parking lot. Won't you comfort my weary spine? Old mattress in a parking lot. You know I really wanna make you mine. Old mattress in a parking lot. You smell like beer and gasoline. There's an old mattress in a parking lot. There's nobody here to be seen. mattress in a parking lot. I think I'm gonna take a nap. I've run 1,000 laps and I'm too tired to give a crap. I think I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah, these are all original. These are all my songs.
Okay, I tried to hang with it. I was like, no, yep. That was quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for letting me know.
Thanks for playing. That's cool.
I like the way you play.
Yeah, Nick, after this show, some point, will you make sure you give me like the list of your song titles on here? We'll get this in the footnotes so all the audio listeners can surf through this show and seamlessly go straight to some of the cuts when they want to hear them again, bro.
So I have an album coming out on vinyl in about a month. About the album? Yeah, I'm trying to tell that. It comes out on a. Yeah, man. Yeah. You want to hear? Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you shit. Get out of here. It comes out in like a month, I think. It's a good album, and you should all buy it for the fair price of $20 at Torn Light Records on Ludlow Avenue in Clifton, and it's gonna be in Ohio, and it's gonna be in Belgium. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, a lot of the songs I just played are gonna be on there. A few of them are not, because they're newer. Are you doing a show with that? Yeah, well, I don't have I'm still working on like the cover. I gotta talk to the person who's printing out the prints, like for the photograph. That I still gotta make the cover still. So once that's finished, we'll have an actual date, and then we can plan like a party, and you guys should all come. I want you guys to be there. That'd be really fun.
Tell us the date.
What?
Whenever you got the date.
Yeah, I will. When I have the date, I'll let you know. What do I got? I'll do like 2 more songs. Is that cool? Okay. Jesús. I'll do Jesús. Do you want to sing? Okay. Okay. You don't have to.
Here you go. This one's coming through clear.
Some people talk, some people are all talk. I can see you through the hole in my blue sock. Walk through your door, but you'll never hear me knock. Jesus Christ ain't got nothing on Jesús. My next door neighbor, my next door neighbor, cried at the movie because I know I'm alive. The parking garage is where we'll go to hide. Knocked on your door cause it was locked from the inside. Jesus Christ ain't got nothing on Jesús. My next door neighbor, my next door neighbor. Now Jesus Christ ain't got nothing on Jesús. Your own mother, she got nothing on Jesús. Your donkey-faced brother, he got nothing on Jesús. Jesus Christ ain't got shit on Jesús. My next door neighbor, my next door neighbor. Huh. Ow! Ooh! Oh! Ay, 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 ay. I got one last song. This is one of my newest songs. I really like it. Yeah, it's fresh. I don't think I did it at your last show. I don't think it was written at the last show. It's a new song. Fresh. 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 What rhymes with fresh?
mesh, a wood thrush. Sax is like a half round. That doesn't count. We said mesh. Get out of here. There's a woman at the market, and her basket's almost full. There's a woman at the market, and her basket's hard to pull. But she pulls it. She pulls it. She said, I'm looking for some coffee in a little yellow can. Oh, I'm looking for some coffee. It's the finest in the land. Bustelo, so I can stay up all night long. Bustelo, so my eyelids can stay strong. Bustelo, 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 Bustelo. When the sun drowns in the river, I need a little extra perk. Oh, when the sun drowns in the river, that's when I must go to work. The money, the money. And so I'm looking for some coffee in a little yellow can. Oh, I'm looking for some coffee. It's the finest in the land. Bustelo, so I can stay up all night long. Bustelo, so my eyelids can stay strong. Bustelo, Bustelo. Bustelo, Bustelo. Black is the color of the nighttime, dark as the drink that I must brew. Black is the color of the nighttime, dark as the eyes of those I knew. But now they're so far. They're so far. Oh, won't you help me find my coffee in a little yellow can? Won't you help me find my coffee? It's the finest in the land. Bustelo, so I can stay up all night long. Bustelo, so my eyelids can stay strong. Bustelo, Bustelo. Bustelo, Bustelo. There's a woman at the market, and her basket's almost full. There's a woman at the market, and her basket's hard to pull. But she pulls it. She pulls it.
That fresh song is amazing. It's amazing how much you carry in a guitar and a voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a whole groove, a whole vibe that needed like.
Okay, you gotta come to the show. I got a show next week. It's down the street from here, and you guys should all come. It's in somebody's backyard, but it's open to the public, and there's gonna be a lot of room, and I'll get the address.
Yeah, I know this for the audio listeners. They might not come out in time for that, but
I don't know, man. Next Wednesday you can book a flight. You can get in town.
Finest guy. You know? So here we're gonna take a moment. We're gonna hear when this is.
Okay, it's Wednesday, October 11th, which is next Wednesday, at 101 Jurgens Avenue. That's spelled Juergens for everyone listening at home. And the doors open at 8 p.m. I think the show starts around 8:30. And I don't know what time I go on. But it should be done by 10:30. Yeah, okay. Next Wednesday, October 11th. Yeah, at 101 Jurgens Avenue. Juergens Avenue. And it's gonna be cool. There's gonna be other bands playing too. There's a band from New York that's gonna play. I'm opening for a group from New York. Starts at 8 p.m. That's when the doors open at 8 p.m. The show starts at 8:30.
So people can find and follow you.
People can find and follow me. Media. Yeah, I've got Instagram. Just look up Nick Maurer, Maurer, and I'm on Spotify and all the other shit. And then you can buy my CDs at Tornlight Records and Shake It Records and Everybody's Records and Black Plastic Records. I think I still have some CDs at Black Plastic, but I definitely have CDs at Tornlight and Everybody's and Shake It. And then shake it.
Everybody. Shake it. Shake.
I also do ASMR, but I'm not going to tell you which show I do that at. You either are going to hear me play music, or you're going to hear me go.
Let's all give it up for Nick Maurer, ladies and gentlemen, everyone.
And then the album will be out on vinyl in like a month, and I'll let you know when it's out. It'll be cool. Oh, I forgot to play the bike wheel. I got the bike wheel. I forgot about that. Yeah. You got time for that?
Yeah, if you want.
I'd love to play the bike wheel.
Yeah, can we bring it in?
Yeah, I play a bike wheel too, and
we're gonna do some things.
We're gonna have a jump rope competition at the show on Wednesday. We're gonna jump rope, and it's gonna be really cool.
Incredible. Yeah, we're gonna mix you back in here. So yeah, our 1 year anniversary of doing this live show recording. What do you guys think of that? That's crazy. I want to shout out to Liz Virgo. Liz Virgo's life. You can check her out. She's been on this show, one of our main co-hosts on this show this year. Couldn't make it tonight because we're all out there doing so many things and making so many things happen. I imagine she'll be cutting in again, in this new season here coming. We got, queuing up over here. Stefan 101's queuing up one of our first songs. Just wanted to play it and cut it in here. Fireballa. It was the first song that was ever played on the live show recording here with my boy Casa. It's on Food Sovereign. Fireballa. If I never. So I wanted to bring, he's lining that up. So while he's lining that up, and we got chords going around. We got food carts.
Who's playing the drums?
We got djembe drummers. We got drum master Panther up in here. Yeah, you want to play the drum? Yeah, come on. We need drums and bike wheels. You guys. All right, so the audio experience here. We got a bicycle wheel that's up on the stage now. Nick Maurer, is bringing out some serious elf magic into the elf realm here. FYA. Balla. B-A-L-L-A.
Can you just amplify it?
Yeah, you can. I don't know about it. Yeah, you can try. Elf knows about the grapes in the forest, the blackberries. We got, here we can even pass those around if you guys want to experience some of these things. In the food carts, we got one bag that says grapes and one bag that says blackberries, and there are two different kinds of fun cracker kind of things, you know, way that you could preserve some of your local harvest without having to store it in a refrigerator all the time. And it's got the grape seeds in it. Grape seeds are super good for you. When we're eating grapes without the seeds, we're missing out on a lot of the fats and oils that are found when we eat the fruit that balance out the sugars. We're just getting the sugar blast. You know, we are getting some nutrients on the grape skin and whatnot, but when they got the seeds in them and they're natural or wild and planted by birds and ground up by an elf that's like hanging out in the forest making cookies and things like this, it just makes sense. It's going to have more nutritional value and maybe even some more whimsical value. You know, ever think about the whimsical value of your food? You know, people don't talk about these things. They want to talk about other things. Like, there's so many things that are trendy to talk about, but what about the whimsical value of your food? Yeah. What do I mean by that? It's like you find some whimsiness and like some kind of extra little joy when you eat something. Like when you find it out in the forest and you harvest it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like those mushrooms. Hey, what do you remember what they're called?
We're going to plug that in.
You can plug it. You can plug that.
Is that
in.
that plug over there still live?
Plug that into the matrix of the mycelium in your brain.
Andy, are you related to the Keebler elves? Because you were just talking about.
No, they were just like fictional characters.
Are they?
They were modeled off of actual characters. They didn't mean to though, and like no relation to any actual story though.
But you're not related to any Keeblers.
No. But those Keebler elves, like their stories, they had some serious skills in the cookie flipping.
Well, I wonder what the history in the Keeblers, if they ever used to be, you know.
Yeah, if maybe they did podcasts.
Real elves that made like real food.
Oh yeah, like.
Do they make
like
real
stews?
food at Keebler elves? Do they
Or-
make real food, or are they like fake? Because they're not real elves. Do they
Yeah,
not
real
make real
elves,
food?
they like make their sandwiches and then they wrap it in a leaf or things like that, like all the way, you know, like there's some elves, like there's this whole crazy bunch of elves in here tonight. It's crazy. I don't even know what to say about all that right now. But yeah, elven history is ancient. It goes way back before Roman Empire's history, and prehistorical kingdoms of elves definitely actually
pre-Keebler.
existed. Way before the Smurfs and the Keeblers. I did like the Snorks too. Anybody know about the Snorks? They're cool. They're kind of like Smurfs, but they lived underwater. Yeah, snorking. So yeah, since we got a little mic here second, I wanted to check in Andy Steffen. You know, you guys all remember Andy Steffen from Year One podcast. He would pop in occasionally quite a few times. See what his pivot is, like his story, what he's been up to. I know he's been doing some interesting things, but we love this man because I'm Andy the Elf, and that's my boy Steffen 101. And over here, this is my boy Andy Steffen. What's going on? I'm flipping heads here, even my own.
Yeah, hello. Welcome back to me. Yeah, my adventure of where I've been going since we last spoke. I purchased a property, like 16 acres. It's in a city called Piketon.
Piketon Homestead.
Piketon Cabin in the Woods.
That's out by Serpent Mound, which is a beautiful
About 20
area.
minutes east of Serpent Mound, kind of southeast. But yeah, there was this little cabin. It was just framed up, no insulation, no electricity, no running water, just a cabin, 16 acres of like mature forest and a creek running through it. I was like, oh yeah, this is my dream property right here. I'm going to get it. And I did, and I'm just there observing what a forest does throughout the year. And it's like a magnificent thing to be able to have, like, okay, every single time I want to go here, I can go and sit and watch the forest change day by day and see the little creatures that come. And yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I like the forest.
Poetry.
I like the forest.
Andy Steffen's description of this like homestead.
That's
Sometimes
very
you're just.
special.
Tell us,
I flipped over this log, and my son found this little. It was a juvenile newt of a red-spotted newt. So they were like bright orange and with little red spots on their back. And he's like, "Look, Dad!" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's get it." And we built a little cage for it, and then we caught like little roly-polies and stuff and ants, and fed it and gave it water and put moss in a little habitat. And then time to go back to the city. And we're like, "All right, you're back on your own." But it was.
Wow.
So cool for him to be able. My son is 4, and I have a daughter that's 2, and they're there like observing. Okay, this is what a forest creature does in its natural habitat, and we can see it and observe it and learn how you can relate that into your own life of just going through the forest and crawling through and leaving as little mark as you can, and just sniffing and smelling and getting in the dirt.
Leave no trace.
Hey guys, Nick's still gonna do his song with the.
Yeah. No, that's my update. That's what I've been doing.
We wanted.
Everybody, give it up for Andy Steffen.
Andy Steffen, will you help with the
Andy
bike
Steffen
song?
Homestead Days.
At some point, we gotta bring the podcast out and have an episode there.
Oh,
that would be so fun.
Oh, you coming, Nick?
I love the idea.
Coming, Crow?
He's like, this dude, super.
Ring, ding, 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 ding.